Midnight Ramen is a minimally edited, live recorded podcast that takes place at midnight. Although Michael may not be consuming food, it's time to get your bowls out. It's chow time.
Welcome back to you. Break stride, sailing me. Free falling, choose my enemy. Free from the things you say. It will all come back someday.
Good evening, gamers and other folks alike. I am trying to hold on. I gotta turn my orb. Make sure that the orb is actually not flashing different colors. I forgot to do this in prep because I was just kind of, I don't know why, but you are listening to the Midnight Ramen podcast show, whatever. Oh, I'm even using the wrong one. I'm stupid. I'm using the wrong remote. Ah, damn it. That's how it's been. That's how it's really been right now. Okay, there we're good. Now we're good. I hope y'all are doing good. If you want to watch this show recorded live, you can catch it on my Twitch on twitch.tv/meltlyric original, or you can watch the VOD on YouTube on my channel, Meltlyric original, all one word. Just capitalize the M, the L, and the O in Melted Lyric Original. Go which one? Dude, come on. Figure it out. And I also have a TikTok. Speaking of like videos that I put up, I just recently put up a meme video on my channel, so go check that out. I got the itch. I got the real itch to do it because like when I've recently gotten to a kind of a routine, a weekly routine now, to where I need more podcasts for some reason. I don't know how it keeps happening, and I think that might be changing soon, where I don't need as many podcasts, but we'll see. We will see. I every year it feels like I've been, or every other year. It depends on the cycles. It hasn't been every year though, but like I've been trying to add another show to really listen to, because like I do listen to a lot of music, but like, you know, I do like to listen to podcasts just because like funny something. It's good for car rides. It's very good for car rides. I think added quite a few of them, like McElroy Brothers, or a lot of the ones that I listen to in their line of podcasts, like Bim Bam, Taz, listen to Wonderful. I mean, those are the main three. I mean, I guess you could say Besties, because they're kind of half of it, but then there's the Resties, which is like, it's the same show but with the other two people and maybe some other people sometimes, but they're talking about video games, so hell yeah. What else? I think I started listening, the stuff that I was able to listen to on Spotify for Dimension 20, which is basically the first season of Fantasy High and the Unsleeping City, and then there's whatever the middle campaign in between that was, which was like a hell one. I didn't listen to that one because I just don't give a shit. No offense. The main reason is because Matt Mercer was in it. No offense to him at all. No, I have nothing against him. I could talk about that. I'll talk about that in a minute because that gives me something to talk about. But I just can't. I don't know why. I can't. But I think recently I've tried getting into, I've listened to the Super Mega podcast, and I think one of the ads that was on it brought me to, or I also listen to Dungeons and Daddies, which Freddie Wong and a bunch of other cool people on it. Just listened to the latest one today of season 2, where they're basically trying to con the mayor, which is timely of this podcast, but if you know. If you know, you know. and the episode's titled Con Mayor. Like they have like I could go on and on about that one, but like they have the best like previously ons. It kind of makes me pissed about what Taz is doing with the steeplechase. No offense to the person that actually makes it, I just kind of hate the way that she does it because it just sounds like shit. Sounds like poor quality audio. Like nothing against it, but I'm going off on a tangent. Back to what I was actually talking about. So I was listening to one of my podcasts. It was the Super Mega Cast, and one of the ads that came up on it was for the Create Unknown, which is I think the guy Jake from Vsauce 2 or 3. I can't remember. I think he was like one of the main hosts or half of the main hosts, and it's just talking with other content creators about like how they got there to be where they are and stuff like that, and other topics related to what they do. And I started listening to a couple of them here and there, but the one that like mainly got the bug up my ass was like their second episode, because I'm trying to start from the beginning. But the first episode I was just like, this is one that I want to listen to later, because like I can't right now. But the second episode was with happened like 2018 with Danger Dolan and Grande, Dr. Grande, I should say, because he's a fucking medical doctor. Uh, and they were talking about like, oh yeah, I just started making memes and it worked. It's like I got the bug and I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna make memes and just throw it out there and see what happens. So I made like, so I got home from work the other day. I'm just like, I want to make a meme, just because. And then I'm just like, all right, sure. And so I just like threw. I wanted to make one that was like, I can't remember what the prompt was, but then I noticed that I had the that like SpongeBob scene where he has like bad breath because he had like this the grossest Sunday ever. So like I took the like of the guy basically like recoiling and almost dying. I'm like, there's something there. And then I started finding like crying things. I'm just like, I'm gonna cry. Bishop Pains, maybe. Shouldn't come. Well, my old girlfriend, when that was like really a meme, I think she was like saying it around me once. And she was like, gonna cry. Bishop Pants, maybe. And then when she got to like the shit and come, she was just like, um, because I was like around my parents, she kind of like pivoted. She's like, poop. And it became a joke. It was funny. I'll cry. Bitch pants, maybe. Poop. Oh man, that was a funny one. But yeah, I just got the bug in my. I was like, sure, fuck it. And then yeah, I got bored. I don't want to try and get my editing skills up, because like that's the main thing too that I want to do. Like this the podcast, it is what it is. I'm not doing anything to it. It's minimally edited for a fucking reason, because like yeah, it's not going to be edited. Well, it's going to be edited if like something were to be taken out that I needed to do it, but that's probably going to happen after the fact. Um or like if I go off on something, like go off to do something, if I need to do it, or someone like redeemed, like, oh, go to the bathroom or something like that, or if like, you know, something that's not entertaining. I don't know. I have bacon in the room. What's he eating? Speaking of times that I might actually have to cut something, I want to see what he's eating. He was just cleaning himself. He was just like biting his toenails, which sounded like he was like eating a treat. I'm just like, what the fuck? I have him in the room because like right before I started going live, he's just like, let me in. Let me in. Let me in, Dad. Yeah. So I was just like, okay. All right. And I think that's another reason why I was going to get my orb ready to go, but I forgot about it. And that's probably why. It's because of bacon. But I have all the other lights going, or other stuff working. So that's a good thing. Almost didn't start recording, but I got it. I got it. Because like when I try and like the one thing, like one thing I try to do when I'm doing an episode is just making sure that like I have 5 minutes before I usually like even before a regular stream I do like 5 minutes before, and then for this specifically I do I record a minute before I start the intro, so like I start at 11:54 is usually when I start on these. So 11:54 is when I start, and then at 11:58 is when I hit record, because that gives me like about a minute before like I do the intro, so I have some buffer room and somewhere to find it. It's like, oh, you could just hit the record and then play the intro. It's like having been on radio, that sucks. Like you're doing boom 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 boom, making sure that it's working. That sequence of actions just does not work. I've done it way too many times, and you're gonna fuck something up. And then having to edit it to go in and then extend the video, which you can't, which I don't freaking know. It's like I probably could just like add the loop, but like I'm not gonna do that. That's just boring and a lot of work. A lot of work for a minimally edited show. And now Bacon wants out. He's not getting out. I'm not gonna get him out here. He's looking directly at me. Yeah, come here. Come here, Tubby. Come here, Tubby. Come here, my little guy. He's my little guy. Oh, jump up. Come on, jump up. Hey, come on, jump up. He's not gonna jump up. He's just looking at the trees. He just knows he's been a good boy. He's looking at it very intently though. Oh shit! I don't want him. Fucker has claws, and it hurts. Like goddamn. Like it could be a very like minimal scratch. If I get it on my hand, it's there for at least a month. Like not really a month, but like a good week or two until it like fully heals. I think I'm trying to find like it's hard to see when I have purple light on. I can't tell where I have like scars of things that he's done. I know he's gotten me good like right on the palm. I don't really know. I can't really think of anything offhand. I think I got one here. He's done it quite a few times where I just had ones that weren't healing for a while solely because like he got in deep. He basically made like gashes, and they're just like yuck, 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 yuck. But yeah, he's a good boy. He's a very good boy. I would want him to come on, but I don't want him to be wanting to get out of the room. Because like a few episodes back, I think I had him in, and he was just like sitting like right behind my setup. Actually, I might just turn around. Right behind my setup, I have this like table set for him, so that way he can just take a little nap on here, and like he can see me, but really it's there for him to just basically go up and sit on, and it's a good spot. He likes it, especially when the blanket that's on there, it's it's like a knitted quilt. He loves knitted stuff, like knitted blankets. Because then that's the thing that he makes biscuits on. Because, like, it's a thing that cats do. Because, like, it's a natal, like, what's the term? When they're, like, kittens and they want to get milk from their mom. I can't remember what it's, maternal instinct? I think that's right. I can't remember. But I think that's, yeah, he goes and like he likes doing it on those kinds of blankets, and now he wants out, so I probably will have to let him out. Oh boy, yeah, he's very nice. He's very nice. Yeah, so right then is probably where I put an edit, maybe for a second. It also depends on like the audio and if there's anything that I'm actually saying that you can hear in the distance. So again, not only edited stuff, but I do want to get my editing skills up, because like I just kind of want to know, like the reason that I got pretty. I'm not an expert at Photoshop, but I got good at Photoshop by having to work like make stuff in Photoshop and just fucking around with it. And I got pretty dang good at it. Like honestly, like it made like obviously it does take time to do it, but like I can make a text meme easy. Like easy. And I can make it look good. I can make it look real fine. You know, just give me some time and I'll bust out a very good meme. For sure. For sure. I'm not gonna do it on the podcast though. Cause I think it's like you get into that mindset. It's like, oh, I'm working. But I think like it's not really like a stream. I don't know if I could do it. I think it's like gaming. It's like I can do that while I'm talking because yeah, but I don't know if I could do it when I'm like editing or it's something like that. Unless if like I'm deep in thought. Well, like especially for like editing this or like a video or something like that. No. I mean, I'm gonna make like comments like this could be better, whatever. I should add this while I'm like annoying, but like you got to be listening. You got to be using your eyes and your ears while you're doing it. And I don't think I could, you know. But yeah. So the reason why, so I should probably, step back a little bit for explain myself. So when I was saying about like Dimension 20, like the reason I didn't watch the in between season of between the first Fantasy High and the Unsleeping City, that's on Spotify because the rest is on their network, Dropout.tv or whatever. The reason that I didn't listen to like it was like an Infernal one, which honestly would sound cool, but like I just wasn't into it. I just wasn't into it, mainly because of like the people that were playing. No offense to any of them, but mainly was Matt Mercer. Solely because like I recognize his accomplishments and feats. Like he is very active in the voice acting community. He is he knows the rules of D&D freaking like the back of his hand. Like he's a good DM, but I think the hype of Critical Role and like everyone just being like, "Oh, he's the best, he's the best." It's just like I want to fucking blow my brains out. Like he's going to be Ganon in the uh Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, which is basically why am I forgetting? Basically the sequel to I'm blanking. The Breath of the Wild. Basically it's Breath of the Wild 2. It's the sequel to that one, Tears of the Kingdom. But I just honestly feel like he's voicing Ganon, which like cool. There's better people for it. Like no offense to him, but like he's got people. Like he's him missing out on that is not gonna hurt his career. Like there's other people that need the opportunity. Like there's so many. And like one that I don't think he would have done good, but like an example of that just I mean mainly because I'm thinking about it because of his passing, it's like Lance Reddick. He passed he's like one of the big guys in Destiny 2 or Destiny period, and him passing away like he was a fan of Destiny. Like like apparently people like were able to see not like really his full profile, but like either the day before or like around like near to the time of his passing, not like the day of, but like kind of getting close to it, he was playing D2. He was playing Destiny 2. And it shows his commitment to the game and it shows his commitment to the role. It shows a lot of commitment. And like he has also done a lot of other good roles in acting. And I think the big one that people were talking that like when he did pass away was like one throwaway thing that was like kind of honestly a little bit like let's not use this, was like a scene from an Eric Andre show where he's just like kind of, I don't want to say he's naked, but he's just dancing and it's real just like huh. It's one of those kinds of bits. I'm like why are we using this? He's done a lot of other good stuff. Why are we using this? But no. But you know who else also voices a character in it? Cade Six, Matt Mercer. He does a fantastic role. Like, don't get me wrong, he does good work. Like, fucking Cassidy, Cassidy now in Overwatch. Like, he does good work. I love it. Perfectly. I don't really give a shit about his Jotaro because I just don't. I just really don't. I think the sub is better. And that's odd. That's odd for me because parts 1 and 2, I would say do the dub. Except for a couple memes. There's a good couple memes, in my opinion, that are totally worth it to switch over to the subtitled. But in majority of it, dub. Because I just love it. It's so nice. They did a good job. And I'm not saying that they didn't do a good job in the other ones, but like I feel that parts 1 and 2, I just prefer it more. 3 and on, subtitled. Because it's just better. You get old man Joseph saying, "Oh no!" and "Holy shit!" Just a lot of like English. It's so funny. You don't really get that in the dub. You don't get that. You don't get that funny shit. And I just don't care for it. But no, like, I think with the passing of Lance Reddick, it kind of showed that he doesn't have an excuse. Lance died, and he loved playing that role. So I think they're probably going to bring him back because something in Destiny lore that might bring back like dead characters like Cade Six. But there is no excuse that Matt Mercer, who I think the reason that he stopped doing it, he's like, yeah, I can't do this anymore. I'm too busy. It's like, my brother in Christ, you're not. You're not. You just straight up aren't. Like, I get it, but no, you're not. No, you're not. Like, you have the time, and it's a few voice lines. I mean, obviously, it takes and all that stuff, but blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to say that I know all the ins and outs of voice acting and how long it takes and all that, blah, 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 blah. But you have the time. You have the time. You have the time. You have the time. Shut up. And it's for a character that everybody loves. Like, dude, like, goddamn. Like, even before I played Destiny, I was like, goddamn, Cade Six is fucking awesome. He's a cool robot that's just got a potty mouth. He's basically a robot Deadpool. But he's not, like, immortal, But yeah. I mean, that's all I really have to say about that one, but, like, I get heated. I'm just, like, I do enjoy his work. I respect the game. Game recognized game. I do respect him, but I just cannot stand it. And it mainly because of Critical Role, because like everyone's like, oh, you gotta DM like him, you gotta be exactly like him, and even he would say like, don't be like me. That's literally impossible. I can't be like me. But it's just like the hype of it, and like even to catch up with it, to Critical Role, even on the third campaign now, you're spending like, I'm not gonna do that. I'll be spending years just to catch up to do that. No way. Even at the rate that I listen to podcasts, no, not happening. No fucking way. No fucking way at all. I can't. I legit can't. Yeah, no. Again, nothing against him, but I just can't. I don't know why. And I would like to meet him one day. That would be sick as fuck. But I just hate the fans. I think that's probably what it is. I just hate the fans. And I think I'll leave it at that. But you know what now? I know, I'm not going to go to it yet, no. I just looked at my record. I'm like, it's 25 minutes. I'm not saying that I'm out of content, but like, I think I'm just done with that sort of bit. And it's a good transition over. But I think I should probably talk about it before I go into what I'm about to do. Because obviously, if you know at this point, it's midway It's about midway through the episode. I'm about to open up some magic packs. But the funniest shit recently happened. So about a week or so ago, or a little bit longer than a week or so ago. So this guy, I can't remember what his name is, but he's a I wouldn't say like a big YouTuber, but Magic the Gathering YouTuber, but this guy, I should probably look it up. I'm gonna look it up right now on web scrolling because like I should get his name right and say the details correct because like I should. Um, raid, house raid. So I'm just old school Magic or old school MTG. So he ordered a box of March of the Machines, or a couple boxes. I don't know. He ordered product of March of the Machines, and I think he probably got it on Amazon. And through some oopsie daisy on the shipping or somewhere in that, instead of getting March of the Machines, he got March of the Machine Aftermath. So like I'll show you a little, like if you're watching the video, I'll show you what like the difference of it. Let me go to the let me go to I don't know if I want to show my my Amazon March of the Machines. Like March of the Machines boost boxes. Like boxes. I think what happened was he ordered this. So something, something akin to like this. But instead of getting that, he got March of the Machines Aftermath. And already, like, it's getting spoiled and stuff like that. I think he got collector boosters, and I think that's how he got it. So instead of getting this art, he got this one. And the main difference is not only in price, but the content of it. The March of the Machine Aftermath does not come out for another month. It's just basically a subset of March of the Machines. It adds a couple new cards in. It adds like 50 new cards in, but it's mainly just like wrapping up the storyline in the lore. Adds just wrapping up a storyline, but it's also adding, little supplementary sprinkle of cards here and there for the community, which it's not bad. And there are a lot of good ones in it because, a lot of it got spoiled. But old Magic MTG, old school Magic MTG, filmed it, recorded it, opening the box because like, he's like basically saying, I don't know how I got this, but oops, I didn't mean to get this, but I'm going to open it anyway because that's the product that I got. And he uploaded the video, and a couple days later, Wizards of the Coast decided to, instead of taking it into, reasonable hands by saying, hey, please take the video down, or can you please make an apology or something like that, or like please send us the box back and we'll give you your product and maybe some more stuff because like it was an oops that like it was not on his end that he got it. But I think why they did it is because they thought he was stealing or somehow stole from them, and instead of being like rational, they decided to hire the literal Pinkertons to go to his house and raid it to get the boxes back and probably do some other stuff too. I mean, I'm similar to last week. I mean, I'm not on the full details, but like, yeah. So I'm not a fan of it, but like the main villains from Red Dead Redemption, the literal historical villains of Red Dead Redemption that are real people, a real group of people, known for just pillaging and doing they're just goons. They hired them to go to this guy's house to get a product that he didn't mean to get. That it was out of his hand. That, like, he wasn't going out of his way to get it. And he got just fucked for that. Like they could have done, like, if they weren't careful, you could have just hired the Pinkertons to kill a dude, and that does look very fine for a company like them, for Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro, especially after the just almost it's been almost half a year of just string of stupid fucking shit. I apologize for my language there, but it's just so stupid. I think one thing that's been going on for a long time is like some orc thing, that basic like orc description thing that, is kind of like, it kind of seems a little racist, that they're just like stereotyping it as black people because they're athletic and angry. Not that they are, but that's kind of how it was interpreted of what they were doing with orcs, something. I think that's been going on for years. I don't know if it was just recent or whatever. But with the arrival of Spelljammer, which I like the idea and the concept of it, but the Haduzi race, their origin of that one, ooh, that one's a little rough there, bud. Basically, they were slaves that just like developed and mutated and stuff like that. It wasn't a good thing. It was kind of like, although the Haduzi themselves, which are basically like flying squirrel monkeys, which fucking broken. They're fucking broken. Or at least in the Spelljammer, like the edition that they came out in, broken as hell. Broken as hell. There was some broken like background or like species now that you could be. But oh man. And then at the beginning of the year, I'm trying to remember what it was. Wizard of the Coast was being a bitch because of the OGL. Always fun. But there was a magic thing. I can't remember what the magic thing was. There was something with magic that they did that was really stupid. Oh, I can't remember what it was. I don't remember. I don't know if it was, but they did something stupid with magic. I think it was like a secret layer thing. I can't remember at all. And the valuing of Magic the Gathering and how heavy they're printing it was literally observed by a financial like analyst and say like, hey guys, you need to slow your roll because in a few years people are not going to buy your shit, or your sales are going to go down like bad. And they ignored it and said like whatever, which honestly, who cares? I mean, I do like this. The employees of the company do love putting out the product that they do, because like this March of the Machines is so incredible. I tell you what, it's got a lot of good cards in it. Like some of the people that they care about, like the art's good, the mechanics are good. Could they be better? Fuck yeah, of course. But like, it's good. It's so good. The story could be a lot better, but you work with what you got. But honestly, like the way that it's just, it could be bad. It could be worse. It could be better, but it could be a lot worse, honestly. No offense, you could be Pokemon with how bad your power scaling. Yuck. Yuck. No offense to the Pokemon company or the card games, but Pokemon cards do not have any value. Unless if you're pulling a very secret rare fucking Charizard. Like, goddamn. So annoying. But so that the evaluation, and then at the beginning of the year of 2023, that was the OGL fiasco that went on for like 3 weeks or something like that, and they decided, yeah, let's not do it. And then which basically ruined the D&D movie. The D&D movie rocks ass. It's perfect for what a D&D campaign. It's the epitome of what a D&D campaign kind of looks like, and it's good. It's good cinema. Yeah, it's got some CGI. Like, how the fuck are you gonna do some of the scenes? But like, they did a lot of good practical effects, and they did a lot of stuff to make it a good quality movie. Legit good quality movie. And if anyone says otherwise, you're a fucking loser. Sorry. No offense, but you're a fucking loser. Like, you're a film snob. Get the fuck out. Like Jarnathan, they made an Aarakocra. Like they sculpted a whole body and thing like carrot like creature costume for a fucking gag. And they also did it for like a Dragonborn and stuff like that. Like, that's not CGI. That's a real freaking person. I mean, obviously, like with the talking of the beak and stuff like that, of course, like on a bird. I don't think they did that, but I don't know. But it's that level of passion and stuff that went into that movie. If you think it's bad, you're wrong. No offense. It's just fun, and I mean, the pacing has, here and there, whatever, but it's exactly how a D&D campaign will go. They spend way too much time doing to get a simple item that ultimately doesn't really do anything because the guy can't attune to it. That happens. But technically he then, spoilers, he does. But really after that it doesn't really do anything. And it's the way that they do it and the stuff that they get into is just like, it's perfect D&D campaign stuff. It's exactly what a D&D campaign would do. But yeah. And then because of that, it could have did better in the theaters or box office, but it is what it is there. And then this happened. The fucking Pinkerton raid. Like, it's crazy that Hasbro / Wizards of the Coast would hire a group of fucking mercenaries, of legit known mercenaries, as the first action against a guy that got a product that he didn't intend to get, but was like, well, what do? I could reach out to them, but given the recent stuff that they did, they're probably going to think I'm a thief. And of course they did. So, and they didn't solve it, in civil terms. So what the fuck, Wizards / Hasbro? I would say it's more Hasbro. It's more the higher ups, I feel like, because like the people that make the cards, or the cardboard, the executives and the higher ups don't give a shit. But like the ones that are being the creative directors and the play testing and stuff like that, doing the art and doing the, hey, here's a story, and like they care about the product. Like the people that are working on like D&D and Magic the Gathering care about the product. They do. I mean, and it's not perfect. It's never going to be perfect. The story of March of the Machines could be a lot better. It's kind of sloppy a little in some places, but like D&D, the mechanics sometimes are kind of broken when they're bringing out. And I think the way that they're trying to do it with one D&D is the way that I think that they should be doing it. It's like they're letting people play test it, and like kind of tinkering here and there, refining the rules. You don't have to play by the rules that we eventually like solidly, in air quotes, come out with, but here's what we got. You can play with it. You don't have to, but here's what we have officially, quote unquote. You can use any other rules. You can use the rule of cool, like whatever goes, but you can homebrew, but here's what we got. And it's perfect. I think we're getting closer to a perfect version of D&D. And 5e was getting there. Very, very close to getting there. 4, no. I wasn't even, I didn't play 4, but like, I just hear about 4, and it's just like, yeah, it's just being a gamer. It's about fighting. It's only about fighting, but a few good things came out of it, like death saves and bonus actions or something like that. I can't remember. But no, a lot of good things came out of it, though, that were added into 5e that really added a lot of, it's not spice of life, but, like it just simple things in the mechanics of the game that just make it a lot easier to play and more welcoming, which is good, which is what you want. But yeah. But after bashing him for a long time, let's open some freaking packs, dude. Let's open some packs. So you obviously, when I open up a pack, and my camera's upside down. The fuck? Bruh. Hello? Now we gotta go into the properties. What the frick? What the flip? Configure video. Oh, I cancel. So I gotta just, wait. Damn it. Why would it do this now? I've never had this happen. Filters. Wait, rotate. Where's the rotate? I know how to do this. What the frick? Rotate 180 degrees. That's better. Got it. And I tested this video before, so I don't know why it's just like all of a sudden doing that. Huh, weird. But obviously, okay, so whenever I do this bit, I gotta roll a die, a d4. I'm gonna roll a d4, and however many packs I roll on it twice is how many I'm gonna open. So I rolled a 4. That wasn't really a roll, that was a 4, but not counting it. 3. I'm opening up 3 packs, but I'm adding this one, which is a collector booster on top of it, because I got it at the store today because I was doing some errands. I'm like, heck yeah. Because I was doing some errands and I'm like, well, I was at the card store because like I want to get a couple cards and I'm doing other stuff anyways, so like, why not? I don't do it that often. It's the first pack. The art, I think it's like a Sarkon for the art. Sarkon, these nuts, bro. Got him. Just put this one there. I think that's probably enough. Let's zoom in a little bit. We got Aether Blade Agent. Merciless repurposing. Lithomagic Chomping Carvu. Volcanic Spite. An Island. Ooh. An Order of Yawgmoth. It's got Fear. And whenever Order of Yawgmoth deals damage to a player, that player discards a card. That is in a vault card. So that's pretty cool. So no token. Sick. Seed of Hope for the foil. Then the rare, or one of the rares possibly, Invasion of Karsus. Of extra reflection element. Yargle. Zada. Ooh, Rashimi and Regavon. It's a mythic, but not really pricey, but it's a good one. I'm gonna put Order of Yawgmoth in there. It's probably not worth a lot, but Fear is pretty good. Fear is pretty good. The fear mechanic or keyword is this creature can't be blocked except by artifact creatures and or black creatures, black color creatures. The second pack, I don't really know what the art card is on this one, but whatever. Try and do the pack trick. I'm not gonna get it. So Astral Wingspan, whatever, Greatsword, Joyful Storm Sculptor, Ren's Resolve, Realmbreaker's Grasp. Oh, another! Ooh. Bloodfell Caverns. Phyrexian Prowler for the, another vault card. What the heck? Phyrexian Prowler. Fading 3. The picture on this is fading a little bit. A creature comes into play with 3 fade counters on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, remove a fade counter from it. If you can't sacrifice it, remove a fade counter from it. It gets +1/+1 until end of turn. So, kind of trash, honestly, but whatever. The foil is Searing Barbs. And Realmbreaker, the Invasion Tree is rare. Renata, the Rada. And Fish of Azragal, the Sky Pressure, whatever. Kinda on that one. Kinda But that first one had something, but whatever. I don't know if in the collector booster it has a pack trick, so I might just be going by the seat of my pants. And I've seen TikToks and other stuff of people opening it, but I forgot. LOL. The art on this one is, I know what her name is. Frick. She dies in the story, but she's pretty cool. Lockthwain? Sure, I think she's from Eldraine. I can't remember her name though. Might get her in here. I don't know. Uh, Mutagen Courtier, Streetwise Negotiator, Phyrexian Archivist, Fugitive Analyst, Scroll Shift, Island. Another Vault card. What the hell is this? Goddamn. 3 in a row. What the frick? As an additional cost to it, you may sacrifice an artifact or creature. It deals 5 damage to target creature or player. The foil is an Elvish Vat Keeper. Yes. Ooh, and the rare, the main rare is a Hitsugu and a Kyrie. Yes. We have Judge Valor, Injector Crocodile, Invasion of Belanon, and Dakir Doomkeeper. So, kind of, but like 3 for 3 with the freaking vault. What the hell? Great. Oh, it's a foil island. I didn't see that. Crazy. All right, now I'm going on to the collector pack. All right. This one does not want to open immediately. I can already tell it just does not want to open. But yeah. Christ. Christ almighty, dude. Come on. Oh, there. There we go. There we go. Ooh, that's a good little token there. Phyrexian token. I think I just do it straight up. I think it's how we're supposed to do it. So Tidal Terror, Cosmic Hunger, and Hungry. Inspired Charge, Foil Forest, Rouse Reinforcements, Kami of Whispered Hopes, Invasion of Urgaltha. I can't pronounce that. Urgaltha. Foil Plains. I think this is where the shit really starts. So hopefully. Ooh, foil Invasion of Innistrad. That's actually pretty cool. I like that. I really like that. Arrington Gialda. Oh shit, right behind it was Essence of Orthodoxy, whatever. Tymet Chosen for Death. Zada. Hidden Grinder. Ooh, Galta and Marvin. And on the end was a Fire Song and Sunspeaker. Not bad. I mean, the Innistrad one. Let me look up the Innistrad one. Innistrad one real quick. Go to the net. Let's go to the net. This one. Vision of Innistrad. The foil of it's going for about... Actually, it's not really showing the foil. Near mint, but it doesn't really show the foil's going for about $2-3. That's not too bad. But it's a good card. I like it. When it enters the battlefield, target creature opponent controls gets -13/-13. And when you defeat the battle or whatever, you create 2/2 black summon creature tokens, and then you may exile target creature card from it. But if it was a creature, you get a 2/2 zombie, whatever. So it's not too bad. It could be a lot worse. Whatever. But yeah. I think that's enough pack opening. That's enough pack opening. I got some good stuff in there though. Not too. I mean, was it worth it? But I got some good stuff. I got some decent stuff in there. I'm kind of more surprised that I got like 3 in a row of packs that had from the vault cards in it. That was just crazy. And no like tokens from it, so that's kind of weird. So I don't know if that's a sign of that I need to open up another pack. That's the gambler in me talking. I shouldn't do it. I should not be doing that. Oh my god, no. No, 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 no. So at work today, actually, let me take a little quick drink. I need to. So at work today, uh, I mean, we were doing stuff, but on the TV, we just put on AMC because it was just on, and it was something different because we wanted to just change it up. And originally, so what the films that were on when I was at work was The Great Outdoors, which I haven't seen. I mean, it's a John Candy film, and it's funny, but like one of those old, like '80s, comedies. I mean, it's a good movie. I can't. I mean, I have to actually like sit down and watch it. I haven't. I mean, it got bits here and there, but yeah, it was good. But then, oh, there was like a hair that flew right in front of the screen. But after that was The Karate Kid Part 2, which I haven't seen the whole thing of that one either, solely because like I just haven't. I've seen less. I've seen one. I've seen I think more of 2, Part 2, and then a little bit of Part 3. I know what happens to Part 3, but eh. But with Part 2 came on. We're watching it for a while. And then when it went to an ad, it's like, "Oh, up next, The Karate Kid." It's like, "What? Huh?" And it's not like the remake. No, it's the fucking first one. So it went from like The Great Outdoors to Karate Kid Part 2 to Karate Kid, Part 1. It's like, what? Huh? What? Just weird leaps and bounds. Like, what the hell? I think after that was like something. I know it's a good movie, but I can't remember what it was. Oh, it's gonna eat at me if I don't remember what it was. But it's like, how did you? What kind of leaps and bounds did you get from like, oh yeah, I'm gonna watch this funny movie from the '80s. I'm gonna then watch another movie from the '80s, but totally different. But then I'm gonna watch the first one of that one. Huh? A what? Huh? Like what? And I love the Karate Kid, especially part one, especially because like a lot of it's about like once he actually Daniel-san gets like training, he starts realizing like, oh, this is karate. This is actually fighting. This is how you do it. But then like when Mr. Miyagi is like, show me wax on, wax off. Show me uh wax the floor. Show or sand the floor. Show me this and that. And then when he's like just trying to like hit him, there's just like, oh shit, I got this. It's like that's some inhuman reaction time that I don't think even a kid at 16 is gonna like a Call of Duty player's not gonna even fucking get. Like the reaction timing on that was just like crazy. It's like you're not gonna do that. Those hands aren't gonna be going that fast. It's like that meme of like I think it's from the Matrix where it's just like punches getting thrown at the screen or whatever, and it's just like the Keanu Reeves or the agent or whatever is just throwing hands. So it's kind of like that, just like an aura rush, more or less. God, I do like JoJo's. uh, but no, it reminded me because like when when I was a kid, I was especially when I was like 3 or 4 years old, like around, I can move around and start climbing shit and just being a little hellraiser. My parents wanted to enroll me in karate, to get me disciplined and stuff like that. And I remember my sensei. He's yeah. I should get to it. Let me just continue on that. It's like I remember my dad keeps telling me like before I was even like in, my sensei walked up to me. He's like, "When you turn 5, you're mine," and not in a gross sexual way. No, like he was going to like I don't want to say beat me, but like like discipline me because like I was a I was a literal hellraiser. Like I would just be rambunctious. It's not that I was like purposely get into trouble. I was just like had a lot of energy and didn't have a good way of like um directing it or using it right. Like I remember one time when I was like 2, apparently, me and this other kid were able to like open a locked gate or like a shut gate like at like, you know, like chest level height, get in, and I walked into the backyard and they had a pool, and guess where I went? Into the pool. I couldn't swim. It was funny in retrospect. Uh I could have died. There's no one back there. But no, I remember that. That was funny. That's funny. But no, when I started getting into karate, he straightened me out. Like I used to be just like rambunctious, and then I remember just like he was like, "What are you doing?" Like he was hardcore, and he was a lot more traditional because the form of karate that I was got my black belt in was Shotokan karate, which is a lot more it's very traditional karate, you know, kind of like you know, like you see in the movies, but it's very fundamental, but it's doing the strikes and doing all that stuff here and there. But there's a lot of good uh uh you could do variations and stuff like that. It allowed for like, oh, if you're going to be doing like a spin kick, you can do that. You can do variations on it. But it was more traditional fighting, if anything else. But you were using it for obviously defense because that's what martial arts are for, is for self defense. Um, like any weapon, it's for self defense. Only need to do it when you need to. And oh man, I miss that dude. I miss that dude. It's been he's like he got me from being like just a shithead to being like the most perfect little kid. I like reflecting on it now, like I was like the trouble kid in the class, like I wouldn't say the class clown, but like the kid that you would think like, oh, that kid's probably on crack, to being like, you know, that stereotypical like this kid is wearing a white button up t-shirt to like white button up shirt, you know, collared shirt, khaki pants, like matted down hair, like parted down the middle. Like I'm even gonna probably like try and like this kind of hair going to school, just like like a perfect kid. Like you would not see them say any mean thing. It's like I you know, just a perfect little kid. Like I don't know how we did it. But no, we there's a lot of good stories like there that he definitely helped my family too, cuz like we lived in Arizona, and there were some times that we like, hey, we need help, and like he was pretty cool. He was so cool. I miss the dude. He passed away um I think 2005 or like 2005 or 6. And then I remember going to his, I don't know if it was wake or was his funeral, but I have a piece of his belt or one of his belts still. And yeah. I think I'm like one of the last, I don't know if I'm one of the last black belts that he, or like students that he had that got a black belt, but I'm part of the last like wave of kids that you know that he taught that got their black belts. But the one that took on that they took his position afterwards was kind of rambunctious. Couldn't It was completely the opposite. He died not soon afterwards, trying to burn down a building. Uh, and because it was Arizona, he was like pouring gasoline and whoosh. it was just so hot that it just ignited somehow or something. Something must have went wrong. But yeah. Yeah. But I had another, like, even before, like, the main sensei's passing, I went to another sensei too. He was pretty cool. I don't, I think I still have, I think I have his, yep, I have his photo. I can see his photo from here. And I see my, my original sensei, him too. And then when I moved up to Minnesota, uh, my final sensei that I got my black belt with, I have a picture of him too. Literally right there. Holy crap. Can't believe I have it in my room, in the room that I'm doing this in. It's crazy. But no. it's crazy. And I think it being in martial arts or stuff like that, I think for like bullying and stuff like for things like bullying and things like that, put your kid into something like a sport, like say wrestling or karate or something to give them a little bit. Because like once you show up to a class and you know that the kid's got a bully, once they know that they could beat their ass if they really wanted to, really sends a message that maybe I shouldn't bully this kid. Because I definitely had that. I definitely had that when I was very young. Like first, second grade, third grade, I don't know, around that time. Like I definitely was gonna get that, and if I didn't show it or like say like, hey, I know how to do karate. Don't try it. Don't try me. And I think wrestling too was the main one that really got me solidified. Because like up here, I think once I got my black belt, there wasn't a whole lot that I could really do unless if I like, went for it. And yeah, especially with like the way that the world was kind of changing. I think a lot of the martial arts that you see now is like kind of in the MMA, the judo. It's like, and judo's got its own style, but it's not karate, dude. It's not karate. I mean, like kung fu is another thing. It's a way of life, and that's also like I think another reason. Like karate's kind of an offshoot of kung fu, more or less, in a sense. And kung fu was a way of life. It's not just fighting; it's a way of life. And even in the Karate Kid Part 1, Mr. Miyagi's like, karate is not fighting; it's a way of life. It's a way of doing things, and like showing them wax on, wax off is showing like everyday things that you do is showing you how to defend yourself if you get in that situation that you need to defend yourself. It's just so cool. It's really cool. And I think wrestling also did help with the bully problem too, because I think we were talking about that today, just like randomly too. Is like the schooling system and something like that with like bullies and stuff like when we were watching part 1 is like it's weird how the environment has changed with that. But I think the main thing for me that really changed the things, because I really wasn't bullied, and I was kind of the guy that would hang out with the quote unquote nerdy kids or kids that kind of were weird or would usually sit alone. I mean, I think even then I was like kind of like I had standards, but I wasn't trying to be mean. If it was mean to people, I probably did, bully. Like everyone's not perfect. No one's perfect. Have I? I know I have. And I'm actually kind of good friends with one of the guys that I didn't really give a shit about. I was like kind of like not really like a bully too, but like inadvertently. But no. I was friends with a lot of the guys that were nerdy, and I think I kind of more or less tried to protect my friends, because if one of the jocks tried to go after him, it's like no. No. And I think wrestling too, like again with wrestling or something like that, I think you want to be in a group of people that not only show you that you're tough, but you got if you need to, if you really need to, and you shouldn't. Um, that can back you up if you happen to get in a kerfuffle. Let's just say. But yeah, I mean, I if I had to do it, I had to do it. And there's, I think my biggest regret in high school, um, retaining not even to one of my like friends. It's just some girl that I knew a lot. Like, if I knew what happened to her from her boyfriend, I would have gotten the whole wrestling team. And this is the guy that I knew. If I would have known this guy, what he did to her, and if I don't know the full details, if I would have known what he did to her in sooner and knew about what exactly happened, I would have gotten the whole wrestling team, even his cousins and whatever brothers, and beat the crap out of them. Plain and simple. Like, I wasn't even a wrestler at the time, and I would have done it because, like, you do not mess with her because she was a cheerleader, and you do not mess with them. You do not mess with your own cheerleaders. You do not do that. And she was very kind. She was very nice to me, and I kind of liked her a little bit. Yeah, but no, and that's honestly my biggest regret with that sort of thing. I wish I knew sooner. And I'm even good friend, whatever. But I don't want to get into that kind of politics right now. That's for maybe a later date if it does develop. But I think I did talk about that sort of situation on my radio show. I know I did. I know I did. I know I did. Which means it's just a reminder that I have to do it. I have to, edit and do all that other stuff. And especially for the episode I did mention on, it's like I gotta call the people that I mentioned on that show because I didn't say their names at all. I didn't reference them at all, but I do want to make sure that they're fine with it before I say anything. They're cool with it, And obviously the ones that I won't, I'm gonna cut. And it might be a shorter episode, or even, whatever. I'm just thinking out loud now. I should probably end it. But yeah, it's been a good episode, honestly. Yeah, it's been a very good episode. Very fun, different. I hope y'all have had a good time. I've had a good time. Yeah. If you want to catch me record these, thank you for watching, listening, whatever. If you want to watch me do this live, you can catch me on twitch.tv/meltedlyric original, all one word, on your browser box, or look me up on there, Melted Lyric Original, all one word. Capitalize the M and Melted, the L and Lyric, and the O and Original. Find it that way. Or you can see the VOD on YouTube. Same thing, Melted Lyric Original, all one word, blah, 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 blah. And I'm also on TikTok, posting stuff like that there too. But yeah. Thank you to Gradients for the use of their song Used to It off of the album The Call. I think they're doing a show on Friday at the university, or at MSUM, Minnesota State University Moorhead. I think for like a campus event, which I think it actually might be open to the public. I don't know if it is. I feel like it is, but it isn't. I can't remember. I don't remember because it's like one that happened every other year, and I don't remember. It's been a long time. Even though it hasn't been like too long since I graduated. It's like an event that we do bi-yearly, but I know they're performing. I just knew they were going to perform because they have to. They're going to. They're literally part of the group that puts on these events. So like they were going to do it anyway. But no, they're good people. They're good boys. I miss my boys. Yeah. I gotta get some more of the merch. I know they put out shot glass and stuff like that too, which that would be fun to do. But yeah, and thank you again for listening, watching, blah 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 blah. You know that good old shebang. But it's not midnight here anymore, so I'm gonna have to cut you loose. Right here, right now. So it's not midnight here anymore, but until it becomes midnight it's midnight somewhere else, but until it becomes midnight here again, I'll see you later. Until then, bye bye.